Welcome back to Daruma Dojo Dialogues. Today our guest is Pete the Greek. Welcome.
The Greek. Hey, Wristlock the world.
So we just did a seminar here at the dojo, Daruma Dojo. It was like 2.5 hours of nonstop wristlocks. It was amazing.
Yeah, I felt bad for the ukes. But I also, it's better that they learn it.
Right.
Because nothing worse than getting wristlocked. So I travel around. Thank God I came here. I missed you.
Yeah, brother.
I remember your hoodie you gave me. I thought about you a lot because it's cold in Chicago and I'd wear it. And I'd think about you guys and finally made it to your gym. And everyone picked up everything. Great. Like the whole class is going to be wristlocking people soon.
Definitely. We have 2 wristlock students that they love wristlocks, Yusuke and Cliff, and they both came, and I know that their game's gonna definitely be elevated.
Yeah, because a wristlock is great because you catch them in between other submissions. So if you're going for an armbar, you can catch a wristlock in between that. If you're going for an Americana, you'll catch a wristlock before you get to the Americana. If you're going for a Kimura, before you catch that Kimura, you'll get the wristlock. So they're very useful. And I learned these, the first wristlock I learned was from Carlson Gracie's self-defense. This guy's pushing on you.
Right.
And when I moved to Brazil, I trained with Oswaldo Alves. He passed away, but he was the highest ranking active jiu-jitsu coach. So he's the guy that would sign all the black belt diplomas, along with Carlos Gracie Jr. He had Oswaldo Alves. And he taught me the wristlocks. He taught me the basics of them. Then I got into a bad accident, hurt my neck, hurt my back. I couldn't do arm bars anymore. I have to turn, twist, fall to my back. I didn't like that. So I said, hey, these wristlocks are perfect if your mobility is not so good. And little by little, it's like 25 years later, I'm wristlocking the world.
Literally.
Literally. Yeah. And I go everywhere. I don't stay anywhere more than a couple of days. Earlier today, I was in Reno, Nevada. I taught a seminar yesterday. I taught 2 seminars. I actually taught kids and adults. And then I flew over here, got up at 4 in the morning, flew over at 6:30. Taught the kids class today. They like the wristlocks too.
Yeah, that was fun.
And we had the adult seminar. Then I go back to San Diego, and I'll be off to Paris, France. And from there I go to Ireland. I'll be teaching Saturday before St. Patrick's Day in Dublin. Hopefully I'll run into Conor McGregor. And from there, I'm going to do a little European tour, wristlocking Europe.
That's amazing. Is there somewhere, because it seems like you get to travel a lot with your wristlock seminars. That's amazing. I think a lot of people would think that's,
Yeah, wristlocks on the road.
Yeah, it seems like a dream job for many.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, I created this job for myself. It is my dream. I've had a gym, I've had multiple gyms. But I like it this way. I kind of come in, get to see what everyone's doing, and add my little thing to their gym. I've made so many friends through the years that I'm able just to visit. All my friends have gyms. It's like, my family's Greek and Italian. All of them have restaurants. But all my friends have jiu-jitsu academies. And I think myself, Jeff Glover, there's only a few of us that actually make a living not even owning our own school or not even competing for money, just overseeing everything that's going on.
Yeah.
So I add my Carlson Gracie style. It's kind of like Carlson's coming to the guy's school. And I just add my little wristlocks to them.
You get to reach a wider audience that way.
Broader audience. My school is in Chicago. With my injuries, I can't be in the cold in the winter. So yeah, this is perfect. Like, I couldn't imagine anything better than this.
So we're in the Bay Area right now, and then you live in San Diego. That's where you reside right now?
I'm in San Diego, Pacific Beach.
For you as an outsider who's from Chicago, is there like a difference? Like, what do you notice the biggest difference when you go to San Diego?
Well, it's anywhere I go. The main thing you're going to see, people are people, but cultures are different.
Right.
So in San Diego, pretty much everyone's a skater or a surfer. In Chicago, people, I don't know, they're a little bit different. No one I grew up with ever surfed. A couple people I knew skateboarded, but that was it.
What about Bay Area? What is your
Here's like techies and stuff, huh?
Totally.
Here, everyone's good at computers.
At the seminar, you were like, "Hey, what do you do for a job?" And they're like, "Software engineer."
Everyone. I'm about to get my new phone over here too. I'm like, man, if I can't find a phone that's good over here, I'm not gonna find one anywhere.
True.
So yeah, that's basically it. The jiu-jitsu is the same, but the culture is a little bit different everywhere you go. And I never try to change the culture of the school, you know?
I love traveling, and I think like when I travel and I get to do jiu-jitsu, people are always asking like, well, how is jiu-jitsu over there? Like when I went to Japan recently, I'm like, jiu-jitsu is the same everywhere you go. I just, like you said, they might do the class a little different, the culture's a little different, but I always feel like if you have jiu-jitsu, you can take it anywhere.
Anywhere. Yeah. It's like good jiu-jitsu is good jiu-jitsu. It's like good wine is good wine.
Right.
You know, no matter where you go, there's quality. No matter what, you're gonna have something good, something not so good. And I try to pretty much, I just teach the moves that were taught to me by my best friends. So pretty much every move I know is one of my best friends' moves. So example, I do the Peruvian necktie. I learned that from Tony D'Souza, one of my best friends. I do deep half guard. I got a lot better at that with Jeff Glover. So you look at Caden Tyrotolo, got better at Darces, you know? Yeah, all my friends are pretty much good at something, and now they're pretty much famous for it. So yeah, everyone, I mean, the beginning we're all learning the basics, but depending on the culture of your school, they're gonna focus on certain ones. So if you go like Gracie Academy, they're focusing more on self-defense.
Yeah.
If you go to like, I don't say Health Gracie or something, he's gonna be focusing more on pressure. But it all comes from the same base.
Right.
Which is jiu-jitsu.
So at your gym, was everybody good at wristlocks?
No, believe it or not, in my gym, when I teach a wristlock, they didn't even like it. Like, so that's the thing. So example, when Jeff Glover teaches his students deep half guard, they don't even want to learn it. They want to learn other stuff. It's just like that, because they're like, we're with this guy every day. We want to learn something else.
Right.
So they're naturally going to want to, like, I don't think Jeff has too many students that are good at donkey guard.
That's something you don't see recreated that often, huh? That was very unique to him.
Very unique. You know, some people do it. Some people do it.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's like anything. Like if you're in sales, like t-shirts, I sell some t-shirts. Who do you think's buying those? My best friends? No way, strangers. So that's usually how it goes. The people hitting wristlocks now, I'm getting videos all the time. People sending me, oh, look at this wristlock. There are people that I don't even know. And I'm inspiring them. So I'm not saying I created wristlocks or anything like that, but I'm inspiring people to do them. So if I walk in the room most of the time at any of my friends' gyms, I'll get someone look over at me and wristlock someone real quick and start giggling. But my style is a pressure style. It comes from Carlson Gracie. And with a pressure style, you're not really moving so much.
Right.
You're holding them down, smashing them, and the wristlock will be there.
Because you don't, like you said, mentioned earlier, wristlocks are from everywhere, especially if you are immobilizing your partner.
Yeah,
you don't have to be extremely mobile or extremely move a lot to hit a wristlock.
No, if you're moving too much, the wristlock's not going to be there. The wristlock's going to be there is when you're putting your shoulder in their face and they're trying to push away, or using some high pressure technique. If you're in your closed guard and you're pulling them down and they're trying to push away to get away.
Oh yeah.
You wristlock them, you know, so yeah, definitely putting a high pressure style, that's going to help your wristlock game. Anytime you have a Kimura, you can hit the wristlock. Anytime you get a Darce, you can hit the wristlock. Pretty much off all the most used submissions, if they're not working, you can opt for a wristlock.
The wristlock, what I'm taking from today is that the wristlock for you, and it seems like an accessory submission.
It's great. It's like if you're a video game character, it's the last weapon you're gonna get. You know, people have been doing the heel hooks a long time, the ankle locks. But now you're starting to see the wrist locks. This year I've seen quite a few. Mm-hmm. Quite a few. So, yeah, it's a last move. If you're a video game character, the last move you're gonna get is the wrist lock. Boom! And it's also, I think it's like the ace in the deck because no matter what, when you go to pick up your phone, what are you gonna use? Your wrist. When you go to grab the gi, what are you gonna use? Your wrist.
Right.
So it's gonna be there all the time. I mean, no one's gonna grab the gi with their teeth, maybe on the ground, but most of the time, they're gonna go with the wrist.
And you start attacking the wrist.
Start attacking the wrist right away, and then they're gonna pull it in, and it's gonna give me other stuff. So when they defend the wrist lock, it's gonna give you the takedown, or on the ground, it's gonna give you the guard pass when the person's defending, because they're defending by not doing anything. So if I can't wrist lock you, that means you're just tucking everything in. I can pass your guard.
You're known for wrist locks, right? Mm-hmm. Jeff Glover's known for deep half guard.
Deep half guard. All my friends are known for something. I'm known for over-under passing. BJ Penn known for over-under passing.
The over-under pass is my favorite pass.
I bet Half Gracie, he's around here in this area. He's very good at that.
Yeah. I remember I went to a gym in San Diego when I lived there for a little bit. That's where I learned the over-under pass when I was a blue belt at the Rodrigo Madero school.
Oh yeah, of course. He's gonna do it. That's like most of us at Carlson Grade Jiu-Jitsu did over-under passing. Mm. Carlson himself, he liked doing knee cuts. Because you can hit the guy, boom, boom, boom. From the over-under, you can't really strike the guy.
Right, the knee cut, almost like that knee on belly kind of a position where you can posture up and punch.
You just
that makes a lot of sense. How do you do your over-under pass?
You look at a picture of me, if you go on Roger Gracie's Instagram, he's got a picture of all of us training, and I'm no-gi, and I'm just like taking the photo right there. It's just...
Do you mind trying it? Doing it on
Sure.
me? Yeah. I mean, it's a very simple pass, but everyone kind of has like a different way of doing it with the tripod up. Do they windshield wiper your legs?
So
how do you enter
like,
in it?
You're like right here.
Right.
But here you can move a lot. So I like to kill the bottom leg to get here first. Okay, so this kind of slows you down a little bit, right? Mm. And then I come here.
Yeah. It's a lot of shoulder pressure. I like how you kill the leg at the beginning.
I kill the leg in the beginning because if I'm just like right here, I like to grab maybe the belt, grab like right here, boom.
Nice.
But here's not enough because your leg is free. You can use that bottom foot to move and stuff. So then I get it up, I feed it. That's the first thing I'm doing.
You're sitting on it.
Now I'm right here. Now I start squaring your hips.
Oh, yeah.
And then, usually the guy's pushing on me right here.
Yeah. Nice.
And then we're back in all this stuff.
I'm gonna hide my wrist.
Yeah, look, so even when we're here, if he pulls his hand down, like you're pulling, you're trying to escape it, pull it down, pull it down, pull it down. There's a wrist lock right there. If you can't see it, it's right there.
Slick. Yeah, I like how you killed the foot. 'Cause I kind of do that as well, but I use my...
So you do it.
Yeah. I like to pinch the knees here.
Oh, that's good too.
But you're hooking it here with this foot.
Right there. Yeah, right there. That's the first part I get to.
Yeah, so I normally just pinch the knees.
That's good.
So it's kind of similar to start, right? Mm-hmm. And here, or if the pants, obviously grabbing the pants.
See, but here, here. Okay, good.
And I start the tripod. My toe is a little hurt right now. You do this little windshield wiper.
Yeah, right there.
I normally do like a donkey kick.
Oh, that works too.
Right.
I do both of them.
Depending on how they're trying to hook your leg, huh? And then when you slid up, you went to the armpits, which is great. I like that a lot.
Yeah, look, come on, because I'm already pushing. Be like right here.
Yeah. Boom.
Yeah. Get
rid of that frame.
Take this arm out from the middle, because you don't want to get triangle.
Right, reverse triangle, huh?
And then I'm right here. You always got to be careful with the arms between the legs.
Yeah.
So as soon as I pass, I rip this arm out, pull it up.
If not before, huh?
Yeah, because if you stay here, then you're gonna have to get all this stuff.
Yeah, I've been there a million times.
So boom, boom, take it out right away and get for that upper body. Keep coming up higher. Yeah.
And then, yeah.
And now I'm in trouble.
What did we do today? One of these ones?
Yeah.
Super cool. Yeah, I love that pass. It's so practical, so much pressure.
And then, yeah, if you do a deep half guard sweep, you land right into that pass.
I heard Bernardo Faria was one of my favorite guys. I loved watching compete when I was coming up, brown belt, purple belt. And he would do a half guard
the same
sweep
thing,
straight
because he trained with Paul Schreiner. And Paul, I used to do that to Paul a lot. Deep half, over unders. That was my whole game. And then Paul, he knows my game. We rolled a lot together. And so chances are he probably showed a lot of those details to Bernardo. Said Bernardo's really good. I work with Bernardo.
Yeah.
He's bigger than you think. Like, he's double our size.
He always competed ultra heavy, right?
Yeah, he's good. Bernardo's great.
Yeah.
His game works. That over under deep half, it works good. It works gi, no gi. And then
those are my favorite two positions. On the bottom, deep. I listened to the Jocko podcast the other day with you and Glover, and Jeff said something. He said, Pete knows my deep half system better than I do.
I know it pretty well because I used to do it anyways, but Jeff condensed it.
Right.
Like, I had my deep half and it was a whole system. I had so many moves, like 30, 40 different moves.
Yeah.
And then he breaks it down to like 3 moves.
Yeah.
Like number 1, number 2, number 3. Then he has 3 more where he puts the hooks, but it's basically just 3 moves. You go over the falls, you try to go over, come out the back door, or you come up on the single. So it's just 3 moves that he does.
Can I try?
Yeah. Do you know which ones I'm talking about?
I think so. I've never seen.
Let me do it real quick.
Sure.
It's like Glover's deep half. Okay, deep half works not against the regular half guard. It's when the guy starts trying to mount you.
Right.
Okay, that's when a lot of guys go straight to the mount. If you look at BJ Penn, he's always trying to mount the guys. All right, so over the top is this one. First, I'm trying to drive your knee down. Just don't fall over. Keep your base, okay? So I try to drive your knee to the floor.
Right.
All right, and then I come up.
It's like that.
I'm right back into here. Yeah, that's number 1. Here's number 2.
Turn him out.
So look, you're here. I'm trying to pull this down. Always keeping that pressure, right?
Right.
Always. So number 2 is I'm trying to throw you, but base on your hands, okay? Boom, turn, and I come out the back door. That's number 2.
They're both going that direction.
Yeah, both go in that direction. Number 1 mistake people do on number 2 is they pull their head out first. So I'm going for this and I'm keeping that pressure, and then most people are taking their head out here. That's wrong, because you're just gonna come back on me. Boom, and leg lock me. Let's go back.
Gotcha.
So what I'm doing is, I'm here, I'm gonna turn to my knees first, and then I pull my head out last. See that?
That makes a lot of sense. In fact, I always preferred to do like the Faria sweep, because whenever I would go out the back door,
You get leg locked.
well, they would end up in that reverse half guard position, right?
Yeah, so look, you won't be able to do that when I do it like this. Let's go again.
Same side or different side?
Yeah, same side.
No, I get that. Makes
So I'm
sense.
here, I'm going. I'm trying to bring, you're basing, I'm out, I come out, boom.
You're out because your hips are high, so high to start. Your head.
I'm
comes
already out, my head comes out last.
The last thing.
And then number 3 is I'm trying to bring your knee to the floor, but what's your reaction to me? Is go this way. Then I come up. I'm not getting my shoulder all the way under.
Yeah. Why?
Let's see. So look, when I'm here, I like to stay bicep deep.
Right.
We used to go shoulder
This is
deep.
where my hand normally goes. Yeah.
So the thing with shoulder deep is, you can walk around my head quick. Go. You see? Let's go back. Bicep deep, it's gonna be harder. Go walk around my head.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna get swept right now. That's number 1. My toes.
Okay? Now look at this. This is something me and Jeff and I were talking about. We used to go shoulder deep.
Right.
What we now, when we go shoulder deep, it's to put a hook in. See? Now I'm shoulder deep. But if I'm bicep deep.
So your shoulder's kind of slightly poking out here. And that makes it number one a lot easier.
Way easier.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get this knee to the floor, this tension the whole time.
Right.
And you're not gonna like that. Some guys try to stand up. I come up with you. My head comes up with you. It's called airspace. You go up, I go up.
Right. I carry you.
Exactly.
Man, that's...
So yeah, if you're gonna go shoulder deep, you're gonna have space to put your hooks in.
Yeah.
Look, try it.
When you put...
Boom, boom. So here you go.
Normally I'm doing this.
Okay, that's good
That's
if you want to put the
shoulder deep,
hooks.
right?
Put your hooks in. You're gonna have plenty of space for that.
Yeah.
See? Go back. Now just go bicep deep.
And then...
But bring right here on my knee,
Gotcha.
clench your hands together, and bring my knees to the floor. That's the idea you want. Now bring me all the way over. Go. Boom. That's one.
That's one.
Two is like this. Go. Bring me. But I'm basing. Get to your knees. Get to your knees. Now pull your head out. Boom. Perfect. Do it wrong. Pull your head out first.
Yeah,
Now, come up.
I'm like...
Yeah, and you could get guillotined.
I'm like a beetle on his back when I get there.
Now let's try three.
So
You're keeping this tension the whole time.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, no way. Come up on the single.
Oh, okay. Over under.
There you go.
Okay, get out three one more time.
Yep.
Because when I'm doing that one, I'm thinking about like...
You gotta bring, no, don't pull it up. Try to bring this thing down.
Yeah.
Okay?
But as you react.
And then I'm gonna be like this. Come up with that single.
This
Come up.
arm?
Yeah, go. Come up. Yeah. Perfect. 1, 2, and 3.
That was amazing. That whole...
It keeps it simple.
Yeah.
Now if you go shoulder deep, we used to go shoulder deep.
That's all that's how I still do it.
It still works, but it gives the guy a little bit more space to cut the corner and go around your head.
Right.
Because you're too deep.
Because here...
Just boom.
Here with the
Here
shoulder,
you got this.
one extra thing in the way.
Yeah, exactly. Boom. It's like when you're cross-facing someone. Boom, you get your shoulder in there. Get your shoulder in there. But if you do go bicep deep, I mean, we're going bicep, we're carrying the bicep. But if you do go shoulder deep, it's not bad. It's actually gonna give you space if you wanna play your hooks.
Yeah. Interesting.
Like look when you go shoulder deep versus bicep deep. Go bicep deep. Here you have great leverage with your hands.
Yeah, and I could twist this knee so
The
hard.
whole time, yeah. And then boom, you're bringing me. Whoa, poof.
That's one.
Go back, 1.
Yeah.
2, you're bringing me. I'm basing. Turn your knees, get your head out. 2, great. 3, you're bringing it here, and I go here. Boom, perfect. 1, 2, and 3.
When the shoulder deep, you play the hook, and then it's
Shoulder
a whole nother...
deep, now go shoulder deep. Watch.
That's a whole nother style.
Now we're here. Boom, he gets all the way deep. Now you got room to put your hooks in. Go ahead. Now you got other stuff.
Yeah.
Now you can kick me with your hook this way and come out the back door and go to my back. Yeah.
That makes sense. Probably need... Can I try that one more time?
Yeah, when you can also go to
think-
50-50
Okay.
with the hooks. We'll do the same side. Not to get
Yeah, I'm going over here. I think might have got...
Now look, coyote half guard is gonna work when I go this way.
Right. This one?
Yeah. Deep half guard is when I force the mount.
Right.
See?
And then
Let's go
I
shoulder
like to
deep.
use this.
Yep, now go shoulder deep. Now you can boom.
So
Kick me
I'm
up.
thinking to take the back, especially nogi. It's
great.
Maybe I need like this hip.
Good. And that's it, very good. Just kick me with your hook. Boom, you kick me so I have to base my foot.
Right. And that allows me to escape my head so easy.
Yep, because your head's almost out anyways there. You want to use your hooks in your shoulder deep because the guy may cut the corner. If he cuts the corner, you're already on his back now.
And you have that hook, when they cut the corner, you can look off balance them that little bit.
Yep,
Nice. Yeah, that made me really think
it's
because
super detailed right there. Super detailed. Like you already do it, so you understand it. It's 1, 2, 3, and then there's a confused system with the hooks. If you want to learn more about that, check out Jeff Glover's Deep Half Guard 2.0.
I'm gonna do it.
BJ Fanatics.
Yeah.
So deep half guard is designed when the guy's trying to mount you. It's great to do against old school guys. that like to go straight to the mount.
Yeah, because people, they learn half guard and they're taught to always get to their side, right? But when they mount, it turns you to the opposite
Now
side.
you're stuck.
Right, I can't go back.
And then the guys want to do something like this and just reach around the guy and they get mounted.
Yeah.
Because it's scary to get under someone. It's scary when they're mounting you, just to say, okay, I'm going under you.
Yeah.
That's like a car is coming, a big wheeler is going to crush you, and you say, hey, you know what? I go under you.
Yeah. Just
go under.
come over the top of you.
Yeah. Well, we used to call it the model guard. We would just lay like this.
Right. I see.
Just lay right here.
Yeah.
And then you try them out. And then here I'd come up on a number 3. See it? Yeah, I never give this underhook. See that?
It's bad.
Hell no.
Yeah.
Here, and I start getting, boom.
Because you're twisting me, this underhook doesn't really give me any value, and it also locks that elbow down so well, huh?
Yeah, if you look, I have to pummel, no problem. I'm pummeling that. I'm pummeling that.
Well,
never let that in there. If he does get it in there,
Right. Come on, Darcy.
reptilian, yeah. Call it the reptilian. Yeah, never give the underhook. If you give up the underhook, you're in trouble. You're in trouble.
Yeah.
You got to be a master of disguising that underhook, not giving it up. When you throw the guy, every time you'll throw him a little bit, you're trying to get him to base his hands. Trying to get him to base his hands. If he's leaning the other way and not basing, you come up on the single. If you try and turn him and he's basing too hard, get to your knees, pull your head out last. So you go, boom, get to your knees and you're out.
That was a small circle right there. Head pummel. Dope. Yeah, I think that's cool that you steal that art, you know? I read that book recently, Steal Like an Artist.
Whoa.
It's about that. Like, there's always someone, you know, that's gonna know a position that's a master at that, right?
Yeah, all my friends are masters of jiu-jitsu. We all started as kids and now we're in our 40s. So it gives us like 30 years plus. And we
share with each other.
Yeah, we share with each other. You know,
remember when no one shared with anybody?
Yeah, that was like the first 10 years of jiu-jitsu.
People didn't want to share.
No, everything was a secret. It was before, dude, I believe it or not, I think when the pandemic hit, everyone started training their garages and sharing more.
Yeah.
Because they were limited. They start buying more videos.
Yeah.
They start studying. I mean, it's just like you got to think in boxing, you rather learn the game first in your head than just go out there and get punched. So same thing with jiu-jitsu.
Right?
Especially boxing. Jiu-jitsu, you don't get impacted in your head, so you don't think about it. But I rather learn the move or whatever in my head first, understand a little bit what's going on, and then try it. Not keep trying it, and damaging my body, then learning it with my brain.
Yeah, I think people are starting to train more like that, opposed to just a lot of sparring. Yeah, the
best guys don't spar. Like, the best guys get tapped out with something and they address that. Like, if you heel hook me, I'm gonna have to address that. I'm not just gonna go back to the gym and train harder.
Right.
How's that gonna help me? It's not. So yeah, you just have your buddy put you in a heel hook and you work on slipping it. And just keep doing it. And he's trying. Eventually, he's got it full-fledged and you're able to escape it every time. And then your confidence level is gonna go up.
Yeah, that's a great way to think about training, is to get in the lab and to isolate one position and just and go from there and branch off from there and start training like at a small percentage and build up.
Yeah, exactly. Imagine you starting a full heel hook on me and I'm just gonna go crazy. I'm using all my athleticism to get out. That's stupid. I'm gonna get hurt. I gotta think.
Or vice versa. If the partner says, I'm all right, ready to go, and then they're gonna just snap
Imagine
it.
he goes, exactly. So you gotta know. And with heel hooks, it's obvious you have to do that. But for some reason, people don't realize that's how you should train every position. Right. As if it was a heel hook.
With just
a couple more things I want to talk about. But
Sure.
Thank you so much for helping me with that deep half stuff. That's gonna change me a lot.
Yeah,
I think
that's it. Keep it
position that
simple.
I've been playing that for 18, 16 years.
Yeah, that'll help you, or else you end up getting, if you're pulling your head out early, you might get guillotined. Because your head's out first, what do you think he's gonna do? Boom.
Right.
But now your body's already out.
Your angle's different.
And then because remember, your body's already out. If you don't feel like pulling your head out, you just jump back into your deep half. Boom, you're like, no, I don't wanna get out, I'm fine.
They'll probably be happy with that.
Yep.
Because
they don't even know what happened. Yep. You're back there, boom. You're trying to rock them one way, the other way. You're always trying to use the kazushi. Get him to post. Get him to post. And if he's leaning back like this, not posting, you come up on a single. Anytime you're in doubt, go to number 3. But I always use that number 1. Because if you don't have that tension of pulling the leg down, the guy's gonna push your head down and walk around your head. But when you're pulling that leg down, he cannot push away. You're stuck, he's stuck. It's like, that would be like running the pipe. Like a lot of these takedowns, you start running the pipe first just to get the reaction. And then you can do the other ones.
Yeah, I think that's great to have like in as many positions as possible, you have that go-to.
Just keep going, number one. That stops him from standing up and getting away from it. Because you keep that tension down. And then what's he gonna do? He doesn't like his knee being like this. He's gonna be like, no.
Yeah.
And then 3. 1 and 2 are perfect together. Because when I try to throw you over, what are you gonna do? You're gonna base. You're going to. Some guys just fall over. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
You post, boom, boom, boom. Turn my body. Boom. I like to pummel my head because he might be squeezing his knees. You have to push.
And it keeps you tight to them too, because you
tight.
don't want to give this much space and try to come back.
No, and the deep half is great because you're not gonna get leg locked in it. It's a guard that's not easily leg locked. Now look, if the guy runs around your head, abort deep half, push him away, get to another position because you're in complete danger right there.
Right, when they start going for your legs on the other side.
Yeah, when they get around the other side, push him away. Push him away, escape your hip, and boom.
Start over.
You don't want him. He's like checkmated you right there. Because that's the defense, right?
Yeah.
They come around.
I try to keep my head so tight, boom, like my head heavy, so they can't
right
step
there,
over.
right there. But if they do step over, I mean, you could sit up for like octopus guard or something.
Right.
But the guy could already be on your legs at that
There's
point.
some people that have a whole game from there, like Jake McKenzie, the Iwasaki from Japan, the Far East half guard. They do that whole reverse deep half guard, which I'm a little more terrified because they can't attack your legs.
Your legs are gonna get ripped off right there.
Yeah, they play.
Because think about it, I'm sitting up, I come up and I get to that octopus, but it's not stopping. Your view's still on my leg. Even though my arm's behind your back, there's nothing from stopping you. So when they get around, and I'm out. Make sense?
Yeah, 100%.
Because sure you can octopus guard someone there that's not as good, but man, I'm not gonna sit there and just have you watching my foot right there with you right on here, because it's gonna get attacked. And these guys dive for the leg locks. They go quick for them, boom. So, you gotta be smart. Once they get around you, it's no longer deep half guard. Stop, push, retract, and now he's gonna be like somewhere over here.
And then back to open guard.
Yeah, back to open guard. He kind of beat you on that. He got you in a check position. And you don't want checkmate. Boom.
Nice.
So just so we're clear, when the guy's trying to knee cut you, you want to do coyote half guard. Come out the back door, boom, get it. It's kind of like a dogfight position.
Right, the Lucas Leche style.
So I even do it where the guy's knee cutting me, I'll block his knee and push it to the mount. Now I'm back in deep half.
That's what I tell my students, like when people get to that headquarters position and you want to play half guard, you can choose. You want to go deep half or you want to go coyote. All you have to do is move the knee.
That's it. Yeah, you move.
Or sometimes they choose for you when they choose. They're forcing a knee cut. Okay, coyote. They force the mount. Okay, but if they're putting their knee in the center line, You choose.
You choose. But man, he's pushing, he's forcing a coyote. I don't like that. Boom.
Yeah.
Push him right back to the mount. Everyone likes being pushed to the mount. They feel like they're mounting you.
Three-quarter mount.
Three-quarter mount.
Quarter guard.
Yep. Whatever you want to call it,
Yeah,
you know?
Exactly.
And so, yeah, you got to be smart with your deep half guard. I don't see too many people using it because it takes so many years to develop. So many years. But once you get it, you got it. It works gi and no gi. That's why it's great. Works both.
Yeah.
Like a lot of these fancy guards you see only work with the gi.
Anything with a lapel.
And you want to keep your guards sticky.
Even like De La Hiva, when you play De La Hiva without the gi, it's so different.
Yeah,
You have to change the way you do De La. I feel.
Yeah, you can get leg locked.
But then if you play deep half, there's not much different.
No,
like,
same thing. De La Hiva with no gi, you can get seriously injured. You can get toe holded. A lot of things.
because you don't have control but you don't have the control of the collar or the wrist.
It's not that sticky, yeah. Like you want to have a sticky guard. What does that mean? The guy just can't stand up and run out of your guard. He's stuck. Every time he tries to posture up, you're getting tighter to him. Yeah, keep your guard sticky. You know, and connections.
Tension, pressure, all the above, very important concepts, huh?
And you got your leg locks and your wrist locks. I use wrist locks to defend leg locks. You know, when you're defending your legs, you got a hand fight. So instead of just hand fighting, slam the wrist a little bit. Boom.
Right.
He's probably not going to tap, but now he's only got one hand on your foot. He's not going to tap you with just one hand.
So when you mentioned hand fighting, I was thinking about like 50-50. You have to do a lot of hand fighting when they're trying to attack a heel hook or something, right? And you mentioned that from that shoulder deep hook, you can enter to the 50-50.
Yeah.
How does that work? Can you show me?
It's one of Glover ones. We have to check. I'm not flexible for that one.
Yeah.
But you could do it. He could bring his foot in a lot.
Sometimes that depends. Like it's kind of hard to get in there.
I can't do that. I can't bring the hook in like that. But Glover does it.
I can see it now. How you would get in? Can I try it on you?
Yeah. My leg's not gonna get in there. I had knee surgery a few months ago.
So when you go shoulder deep, and you get this hook here, I'm going to kick you out.
Not bad. That was good.
Right there, right?
That's good. That's what I'm saying. Once you get those hooks in, you can do a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
You can do a lot of things.
Yeah. Usually when I play deep half guard, I'll end up in 50-50 and I'm like, gosh darn it, because I don't like that position much.
But that's how you did it. That was good.
That was okay, cool. Look at that. Something I can teach my students now.
Once you get your hook in there, there's different things you can do. There's a lot more options. I don't like the hook in there. Why? Because I don't have much dexterity. I had knee surgery not too long ago. So with most of my moves that require no flexibility, zero.
Wristlock the world.
I pinch the knees. Like the most I'm doing is like pinching my knees. Oh, yeah, that's another thing too. When you're doing deep half guard, you got to pinch your knees because another thing the guy can do is pull his foot out.
Right.
But as the guy's trying to pull his foot out, that's a perfect time to come up on a single. He's way off balance. So every time we used to lock the triangle.
Right.
But a lot of times you just squeeze.
My feet are not usually closed, or maybe they're closed like this.
That's it.
Yeah.
But over here is not necessary. And then by pinching my knees, you can't pull your foot out.
My foot's between your ankles right now, right?
Yeah, you're not gonna be able to pull it out. And I feel you try to pull it out once, pull it out twice, I'm gonna come up on a single. Yeah, I know a lot about deep half guard because
Thanks for sharing.
it's natural for me because it goes right into over-under. The coyote one, it's good, but not as natural because I don't like being in that dogfight position too much.
Yeah, they start whizzering you.
You know what I mean? It's a tough one.
Ripping you down.
It's a tough one to be in.
Yeah.
And you could do your little limp arm and stuff.
Yeah.
But I think you got to know both.
Well, then, yeah, exactly, because it's like a different branch of the half guard. So I think one direction, the other direction, right? Like I said, they're trying.
Yeah, you got to know them both. If the guy's going this
have
path or that
basic.
path. And yeah, a lot of black belts don't even do deep half guard. It's a hard one, you know, like. And
I'll train with some people that are like really, really good at jiu-jitsu, better than me, but But then I put them in a deep half, and then
They're not doing nothing.
Right. I'm like, okay. And then I trained with a guy recently in Japan, very, very high level competitor, black belt, and I thought I was gonna get demolished. But once I put him in a deep half, I was able to slow him down and get,
Sometimes they just
do my
fall
thing.
over. They just fall over and you sweep them.
And he was asking me, I was like, he was like, nobody plays deep half where I train.
No one plays deep half anywhere, unless they train with Glover and I or a couple other people. But it's not really taught. People nowadays, they want to do lasso guard. They love the lasso guard now. But it's not going to work no-gi.
No.
I try to make my favorite moves, all my favorite moves work both.
No-gi, I think people like single leg X, butterfly guard a lot.
Oh yeah, that's become a whole new guard as itself. Like the single X guard, that was a position before. Now it's a guard. It's an actual guard. There's so many moves from there. Single leg X is great. It's great. You could go full reap right from there.
Right, that's what I like to do a lot in no-gi, is just expose that heel, start churning them, and then taking them over and going from there.
Yeah, it's one of the best moves ever. Like I go Dela Hiva to single leg X. If Dela Hiva's not working. Single leg X has become a guard. It used to be a position. Now it's a full guard. It's like a Dela Hiva guard. It's like an X guard. Now you got single leg X guard. It's a whole guard.
Yeah, especially when dealing with leg attacks. Yeah, it's I think that's where a lot of the leg attacks, they'll start from the single leg X and then they'll branch into the other positions from there.
All the leg locks. Here you got the reaps. You have
50-50s.
50-50. I like false reaps. You got backside 50-50s. The false reap, you're going to catch the near leg. The backside 50-50, you're going to catch the rear leg. Yeah, Jiu-Jitsu's just gotten so much better.
Yeah, and I think it's because, like you said, people are sharing now with BJJ fanatics and videos like yours, 19 instructionals probably more than the...
I'm going to make some more. The next one I'm making is self-defense.
That was cool. We did a self-defense today with the kids.
It's Pete the Greek self-defense for the streets.
Perfect.
The last move, I pull out a pistol.
That's it. Game over.
Game over.
What if it was just one move the whole time? The pistol. You buy the DVD, you get... It was like just a joke.
Well, I've seen like some crazy ones where you're assuming the other guy has a pistol too. And that's where like, you use your hooks. Like maybe you hook something, I hook a little chair, kick it, distract you, roll, and shoot while I'm rolling. They do all that stuff. I teach a lot of military personnel. It says, right now we assume if we have a gun, I have the gun, he doesn't. But in the future, you have the gun, he's got the gun too.
Right.
Now you gotta really know what's going on.
Best to assume they have it.
It's best to assume they have it if they're acting like a knucklehead.
Because then you'll probably avoid most situations.
Yeah, I'm not trying to go fight people. I'm 45 years old. I used to do that when I was like 14, 13, 12. But yeah, if you're an adult, you can't be fighting people in the street, dude.
Yeah.
It's an assault. Now, what are you gonna do? Start wristlocking people on the street? Don't do that.
Well, I think I really appreciate you coming down here today, making a trip and just coming and hang out.
Hey, thank you.
It was hella fun.
If any of you guys want to find me, I'm Pete the Greek, Wristlock the World on Instagram. They shut down Instagram, just Google Pete the Greek Jiu-Jitsu, you'll find me. Wristlock the World, I sell shirts, I got button-down shirts, they're actually made out of rash guard material.
How can they...
Wristlocktheworld.com, or there's a company called BJJ Swag that has my button-downs, and it's a Pete the Greek collection. Traveling to Europe, if you want me to come to your school, hit me up, message me, we'll make it happen. It's good for the school, good for me, good for you.
Yeah, this is my second seminar with you. And
When was I in town last? 2 years ago?
like 2 years ago, and then the seminar today, it kind of started like, all right, here's our fundamentals wrist locks, and then from there it just branched off into like a whole another 25 different wrist locks that that you didn't show last time.
No, yeah, it's always changing.
It's great. It evolved. It was.
Oh, it's evolved, all right. Trust me. That was when I saw you. I probably had one video out last time. Now we're 18 videos later, instructionals. So yeah, things are growing. Jiu-jitsu's growing.
I admire your creativity and your
thanks.
dedication to the art.
Oh, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Us. Well, that's my last name. Letsos. Pete the Greek. Letsos.
Is that how you pronounce it? Us at the end? Letsos.
Letsos. Yeah.
Letsos.
Yeah. So like when I started doing us, because I grew up, my coach always say porra, porra, porra.
Right.
But then everyone changed it to us, because porra is kind of like a bad word, I guess. I don't know. My coach used to never say us. Carlson, I never heard him say us. But when I started hearing the us, I'm like, man, I've heard that before. That's my last name, Letsos. It's OS. And so.
Letsos.
Letsos.
Thanks, brother.
Whenever people go us, I go let's. And they go, what? They go us, I go let's. Letsos, that's my name, dog. They're like, oh. Hey, so check it out. If you want to chat or something, don't send me any weird messages. But if you're into learning and want me to stop by, lately I've been going to people's houses for a week and just staying at their house and getting them to the next level. So if you're interested in that, interested in hosting me at your school, or if you just want to get some videos or swag, you're in the right place. And I didn't invent Wristlocks, but I inspire the world to do them. Hey, thank you very much, Alberto. And if you're in town, come check out Alberto's school right over here. What town is this, Campbell? No.
Sunnyvale.
Sunnyvale. I'm not from around here, guys.
Close enough.
Close enough.
That's two towns away.
Close enough, but come check out the school, and if you have kids, they got a wonderful kids program here.
Thanks, brother, yeah.
Hey, oh, look, you got a Wristlock. Oh!